What's going on YouTube? It's Darian, the bow tie fragrance guy, on a channel where fragrance and fashion collide. So if you love looking good and smelling great, hey man, this is the channel for you. Why don't you consider hitting the subscribe button and make sure you also hit the bell icon as well to ensure you get notified when I upload new content on the channel. So guys, on today's video, I'm going to be bringing you an exciting new fragrance, and this is one of those fragrances that I'm sure you're going to want to stick around to hear about. I got something brand new. This thing just hit the market a few weeks ago, and I'm excited to tell you guys about it. I get excited about certain things when I know it's one of those fragrances that you really don't have to question whether or not people are going to be receptive to it, because it has one of those scent DNAs, and I'm going to get into talking about this when I get into talking about the specifics of this fragrance. But it's one of those kind of DNAs that people just seem to love and are drawn to. So if you want to hear about this new fragrance from the house of Michael Malul London, hey guys, you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in, man. I'm excited. I'm going to go and jump right into this video. I'm going to stop talking. Let's get to it. The new fragrance that I have here is from the house of Michael Malul London, and it is called Ocean Noir. Ocean Noir. Now, if you know anything about fragrances, you can probably hear the name of this fragrance and start to envision what this thing may smell like, because the name is a very good indicator on this scent of what you're going to get inside this box and inside this bottle. So first, let's start really quickly with the packaging, although you guys probably don't care much about that, but there's a nice presentation on this one. You pull the top of the box up like this, and inside will rest your fragrance. And there it is, just like all other presentations from Michael Malul London, except this bottle is in a nice navy blue hue. You guys can see that same kind of presentation as far as the top is concerned. You just pull the top off like so. Let's give this thing a spray. Now, again, Ocean Noir. So when you think or hear the word ocean, you probably, like me, would think aquatic. And if you thought that, then you would be correct. When you hear the word noir, I usually think dark. Dark. Noir is like dark. So if you thought dark, you would also, oh my God, this thing smells good. Oh man. Okay, so aquatic and dark. What a contrast that is. Something that's aquatic but dark at the same time and rich. But a contrast it is, but that's what you get in this fragrance. So guys, let me just go through this. So the opening, you get this very aquatic marine vibe in the opening of this fragrance. There's a note in here called marine mist, and really it just gives an aquatic kind of oceanic feel to this fragrance. Now, while I do get similarities to other blue fragrances that you may have smelled before, this one does things a little bit different. I'm going to tell you what's really different and unique about this fragrance in just a moment. But you do get that kind of aquatic vibe in the opening of this fragrance when it first opens up. Now, a note that I have come to really love over the past year is a note of coconut. There is coconut in this fragrance, and what I love about that note is it just kind of gives this tropical vibe to most fragrances that I've smelled that have the note of coconut. And then listen, I love that note because it's very transportive to me. It's very transportive because coconut is one of those things that kind of makes me think about my favorite vacation destination. And that's exactly what I start to envision when I smell this when it opens up. Oh man, this thing is fantastic. Again, it's blue, it's aquatic, and it has that nice tropical vibe that you get from coconut. Now, this fragrance really starts to take on a very kind of unique character when you really start to get to the heart of it, because it has a very unique note of, I think you pronounce it yarrow or yarrow, Y-A-R-R-O-W, yarrow, and it's a spice, very reminiscent or akin to a spice like you would smell almost culinary that you would get from like an oregano kind of note. So you get that spicy kick in the middle of this fragrance in the heart, and gives a very unique spicy twist to this kind of, you know, otherwise maybe familiar kind of blue DNA. And I really like that in this fragrance, because as it starts to dry down, when that spice kicks in with the yarrow in the heart of this fragrance, then you start to get into some of your more warm, masculine notes on the dry down, and it is absolutely phenomenal. You have tonka bean in this, you have amber wood to give it that kind of warm, overall warm woody vibe, and then you also have musk in this as well. So those notes, as it starts to dry down, gives this fragrance a very nice woody masculine base, and it works really well with the more aquatic tone that this fragrance has when it really opens up. Like I said, the yarrow spice note in this gives us a very unique spicy tinge in the heart of the fragrance, and this stuff is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I will apologize to you guys in advance, because last time I checked, from what I understood, there was only about 100 bottles of this stuff left. There was only about 100 bottles of this left, and I don't know how many they have now, but of course I will leave links down below if you want to check this out. But guys, if you like, and I can't really say what it smells like, but I will tell you, Bulgari Atlantique, which is an amazing scent. It kind of has that Dylan blue, but a more aquatic kind of vibe. If you like a fragrance like Bulgari Acqu Atlantique, then this is probably one that you're going to really love. They don't smell just alike, but again, this will put you in the mindset of a fragrance like Bulgari Acqu Atlantique, which is an amazing fragrance. I've talked about that fragrance a lot on the channel. You get the aquatic, kind of that same aquatic vibe that you get from that particular fragrance, but this one does separate itself when it starts to dry down with that sweetness from the tonka bean and that very unique yarrow spice note in the heart of this fragrance. Now, I have worn this before. When I wore this, the missus did ask me what I was wearing, which is always a good sign, because she was really, really attracted to this fragrance. And that's what it's like. Look, it has musk in it. It's a nice kind of aquatic blue DNA with some spice, some musk, and some tonka bean. Really hard to go wrong with that kind of scent DNA, but this thing is really, really blended really, really well in a well done fragrance. I would say it's definitely not redundant if you have other blue fragrances that you enjoy, like Dylan Blue, like Bulgari Acqu Atlantique. Definitely not redundant to have this in your collection. And again, it's a safe bet. It's mass appealing. It smells good. One of those fragrances that will really get you a lot of attention and a lot of compliments. So guys, it's definitely a winner in my book. Now, as far as performance, it performed well. I got about 6.5, 7 hours of performance out of this, which is good enough for me, especially with this kind of scent DNA. And again, if you ask your boy, I would say it's definitely one that I would highly, highly recommend. Now, if you guys would like to check this fragrance out, as always, I will leave my link down below where you can get 20% or $20 off of this fragrance, whichever one works better for you as far as the overall price. I think it retails for $109. So you might be looking at paying around that $89 price point for this, which I definitely think that it is worth it. All right, guys, that's it. That's my time. I hope you enjoyed this video of the brand new release from Michael Malul London, which is called Ocean Noir. As always, I appreciate your time and your attention to these videos, because of course you could have been anywhere else in the world, man, but you took a few moments to watch, and I don't take that for granted, and I sincerely appreciate it. Now, don't forget to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos out to some other folks that you think could use this information or just may find it entertaining. Whichever one it is, it works for me, because I'm your guy, Darian, the bow-tie fragrance guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.